How the rest of your semester finish up?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Good.
This sports broadcast made possible with support from the following. The Bear Family McDonald's, proud supporters of our community since 1967. Stop by one of their over 35 area McDonald's restaurants today. Rosen Hyundai of Algonquin and Genesis of Algonquin. Looking for a brand new Hyundai or certified pre-owned? It's Rosen Express online buying made simple. Visit rosenhyundai.com or genesisofalgonquin.com. Custom Heating and Cooling of Chicagoland. For all your heating or cooling needs, count on Custom Heating and Cooling, featuring sales, installation, and 24-hour emergency service. Find them online at customheating.com. Custom Heating and Cooling, powered by Bryant, whatever it takes. For the best pizza in town, Wise Guys Pizzeria in South Elgin. Check out our new and improved online ordering at I'mAWiseGuy.com. Tom the Plumber is a family-owned and operated company committed to providing plumbing service and installations of the highest quality and craftsmanship. Tom the Plumber, honest and affordable. Visit Tom online at TomThePlumberInc.com. And Daryl Barnes Photography for portraits, family and graduation photos, sports team photos, and more. Contact Daryl Barnes Photography at DarylBarnes.com.
Well, welcome to the first game of the Hinkle Holiday Classic, the 2023 edition, the first of what is to be a week's full's worth of epic basketball. We have a really good matchup here between the Crystal Lake South Gators and the Larkin High School Royals. Austin Anderson here, Nick Martinez alongside. This game's brought to you by our season sponsor, the Bear Family McDonald's, proud supporters of our community since 1967. Stop by one of their 35 area McDonald's restaurants today. Nick, thank you for joining us today. What are you looking for here between these two teams?
I'm just looking for a competitive game. Obviously, we talked about, like, in our pregame, it's a 9 o'clock game. You got to get the juices flowing, got to get warm, especially in this long of a tournament with this many games. You just got to get that competitive aspect early, and both these teams love to get competitive games. We've seen throughout their seasons, down to the wire games for both teams, and it'll just be an exciting atmosphere, especially for the first game to kick off the tournament. We want a competitive game, of course.
And the tale of these two teams has been a little bit different so far this year. Larkin, of course, an upstate Hayden foe in this tournament. They have won 2 of 3, but started off their season with a pretty long losing streak of going 9 straight losses, but a couple big wins for them recently. A dominant win over Streamwood, 56-34 on the 19th, and an Aurora East win, 60-52 on the 14th of December. A conference foe actually for Crystal Lake South. Prairie Ridge was a contest on the 16th, just for context, and Larkin lost by 10 in that one. As for Crystal Lake South, they are just on a roll. 6-0 in the Valley Conference, 11-1 overall. For perspective, as a common opponent, Prairie Ridge was a 76-22 victory for the Gators. A lot of good things happening thus far. Their only loss on the season was a 55-48 loss to Huntley, at which later on in the season they avenged with a 49-25 victory here in the season. So we're really expecting a really solid Crystal Lake South team with a lot of good shooters and a lot of good scorers. This first quarter is going to be sponsored by Rosen Hyundai of Algonquin and Genesis of Algonquin. Looking for a brand new Hyundai, they're certified pre-owned. The express online buying made simple. Visit online at rosenhyundai.com or genesisofalgonquin.com. Just seconds away from tipping things off. Have the jump ball here. Jack Casebeer taking it for Larkin. Crystal Lake South countering with Christian Road. Road is a senior, as is Casebeer.
Yeah, you can already see the size advantage for South. That's going to lead to a lot of offensive and defensive rebounding advantages in this game.
Tip-off is won, and it is Crystal Lake South. Demirov kicks into the corner. Santorelli throws it down low. It's Hess. Goes up with the right hand. No good. And Larkin with the first rebound of the game. And they're on the go the other way. Javion Sowers tries to throw it to Casebeer. Knock out of bounds. Larkin takes possession once again with 7:37 left in this first quarter and no score.
Yeah, Austin, you're going to be saying Sauer's name a lot today because he's their powerhouse on the offensive side. He's a really good guard. They love to go to him early.
Quick jumper from the right side is good. And Joshua Hibbett, the junior, with that one, and it's a 2-0 lead for Larkin. Demeroff in the lane, spins, kicks out of the corner. They like to shoot it a lot from the outside, does Crystal Lake South, but they're going to go with a floater, and that one's good for Colton Hess. We're tied at 2.
Yeah, interesting take. They passed up the open 3 in the corner, but acrobatic shot gets to the go, and now already a response from South.
Double team in the corner, battle for it. Hibbett, and we got a jump ball. Possession going to stay with Larkin. 6:57 left here in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's how Larkin will get an edge. If they can fight for those loose balls and get to the floor first, get that hustle points in this game, that'd be crucial for Larkin.
Stop and pop is good once again. It's Joshua Hibbett getting the mid-range J to go. It's 4-2 Larkin. On the dribble in the lane, Santorelli kicks it to the corner where he finds Carlson. Now inside on the dribble is Hess. Kick out top, 3 ball is good. They do that a lot. James Carlson from downtown, and it's a 5-4 lead for Crystal Lake South. A lot of trapping here early on for Crystal Lake South, and a steal. They come back the other way. Demeroff kicks it to the corner. Now they're going to go inside to Road. Left wing corner, 3 ball long, and the rebound to Larkin. On the outlet, they're going to go up ahead. Andre Jones, right hand, no. Crystal Lake South quickly gathers once again. Demeroff. Good screen there at the top. Looking inside, and a little floater's no good, but the big man, Road inside, gets it to go. And it's now a 7-4 lead for Crystal Lake South.
Yeah, those missed shots won't hurt South because they have such a size advantage down low, getting those rebounds off the misses. If they miss a couple of shots here and there, it's definitely not going to hurt them, especially against Larkin.
Well, and if you can play good defense on the other side, you can really get a lot of pressure going, and that's what Crystal Lake South just did. 5:50 here left in the first quarter. 7-4, Crystal Lake South with the lead. Road inside the lane, throws a nice pass inside, and the layup's good by Hess, and a quick timeout by Larkin.
Yeah, you got to call a timeout there because South is starting to gain some momentum. Larkin had a good start early to this game with Hibbett, but you can't stop the shooting of Crystal Lake right now, and those easy looks at the basket's been growing their lead.
Tom the Plumber Inc. is a family-owned and operated company committed to providing plumbing service and installations of the highest quality and craftsmanship. Tom the Plumber. Look at that. We've got a great moving graphic there. Honest and affordable. Visit Tom online at tomtheplumberinc.com or give him a call, 847-513-3971. Again, that's 847-513-3971. Austin Anderson, Nick Martinez here with you. After Larkin made a couple quick jumpers to start the game, it's been all Crystal Lake South here thus far.
Yeah, nothing short of what we expected. Crystal Lake South, just a great game so far. They're playing more polished basketball for the moment. You know, Larkin's got a couple of turnovers, couple of travel calls against them. If they can just calm down, take a deep breath, they could come right back into this game. They had the lead early, and let's see what they'll do out of the timeout. Logan Lever now into the game. He can shoot it for Larkin.
A 6'2 guard in Logan Lever. And he takes the ball into the top of the left side of the key. They're trapping, and now it's Case Beer in the short corner. Throws a pass inside, spin cycle, and yet another jumper by Joshua Hibbett. He is making that short game look easy. It's now 9-6. Here comes Crystal Lake South back the other way. Demeroff. And a push foul there by Hibbett, and he's got to watch out here early on. That is his first foul, but if you're the key cog offensively here for Larkin, you can't find yourself in foul trouble here early on. Crystal Lake South will inbound the ball here. It's Demeroff. Off the screen, we'll get it back. And there's a foul. This one's on Andre Jones. I believe that's going to be his second. It is. His second foul. And the team's second here early on. Crystal Lake South yet to commit a foul. There's a jumper from the top of the key and gets the friendly roll. Anthony Demiroff, the junior, getting that one to go down. And it's now a 11-6 ball game. That one goes out of bounds.
Yeah, the zone of South is really causing problems for Larkin, especially trapping them right when they get past half court. Let's see what Larkin can do to kind of adjust to that, because this defense is just shutting down Larkin.
11-6 our score here. Just getting started. Larkin and Crystal Lake South. Kick to the top of the key, swung around. Another three-ball attempt for Carlson is no good. And the rebound stays with Crystal Lake South.
Both teams using a zone here early in the game.
Demiroff trying to beat that zone. Throws a pass outside. Hess tries to swing it around, tipped and nearly stolen, but good recovery by Demiroff. Kicks it to the corner. Now they go low. Hess back outside. Demiroff for three. No. But the rebound inside, but the big man Rode throws another good pass inside. No. And Larkin comes back the other way with 4 minutes left here in the first quarter. 11-6 our score, and a steal. Going back the other way, Santorelli. He goes up and is fouled quickly there by Lever. And with 4:03 left here in that first quarter, it's an 11-6 lead for Crystal Lake South.
Yeah, you can't get into foul trouble against Crystal Lake, especially since they're such a good three-point shooting team. Giving them easy looks at the free throw line, that'll just grow their lead the entire night, and entire day, I should say, morning. It's still really early here.
First free throw goes down for Santorelli. 11-6 our score. 4 minutes and change left here in the first. Free throw is good. So Crystal Lake South extends the lead. And a kick ball will give the ball back to Larkin. 13-6 our score with 4 minutes left here in the opening quarter. And the Royals will swing it out in the corner. This tournament's a little bit formatted a little bit differently than years past. There's a pass inside, kick back to the top of the key. Larkin resets the offense. Reed swings it over to Lever. This year, the tournament is going to be just a single elimination with a consolation bracket. In years past, there's a steal for Jacobs. A drive into the lane and a dunk. Holy man, Christian Rode slashes through the middle of the lane and throws it down. It's 15-6 Crystal Lake South.
Yeah, that's just a really good, strong take. I mean, we were waiting for a dunk, of course, especially on that good of a take. You got to throw it down this early in the tournament.
You knew he had the height to do it. It's just a matter of getting the height, or the jump and the timing, and he did so well. As I was mentioning, there's the foul on the floor with 3:13 left here in the first. In years past, we would have a pool play of usually 3 games or so before you would even get to the tournament round. Now they're just, because I think it's a little bit truncated. I think they went from like 6 to 4 games, if I'm not mistaken, because they're playing today, and then it's 3 games next week. Yeah, so single elimination, but you get consolation. So everyone gets 4 games, just a matter of how you play and in that regard.
Yeah, I think the reason for that is just to make the games more competitive. If you have that aspect of you lose and you're out, it kind of makes these games closer and makes some of these smaller teams a little more competitive.
Case-Beer gets that one to go. It's 15-8 now. I think you have some good thoughts there, Nick. There's a drive in the lane pass again, and they love that high post down the low, and you just saw Rhodes shrug like, that's easy. I'm going to do that all game. 17-8 now our score. Larkin trying to get something going. A 3-ball from the left side, tipped no. And an offensive rebound there for Sowers. Lever thought about just throwing that one up there, pass, then it's intercepted. We might see another one here. Here comes Rode, spins, another good pass, and he is on his way to a triple-double here early on. My goodness, another assist. 2:25 left in the first, and it's 19-8 Crystal Lake South.
Yeah, that was a steal and an assist in one play for him, and that's just a great way to start this tournament, especially, you know, a lot of teams are going to be watching this game on the stream and in person, and you got to make a statement, especially when you're favored this much, Crystal Lake against Larkin. You got to make a statement, and Crystal Lake is definitely doing that early in this game.
Well, another timeout, so we have another sponsor to go through here. For all your heating or cooling needs, count on Custom Heating and Cooling Chicagoland, featuring sales, installation, 24-hour emergency service. Find them online at customheating.com. Custom Heating and Cooling, powered by Bryant. Whatever it takes. Austin Anderson, Nick Martinez here with you. As we kind of were looking on paper, you thought there would be a potential difference in talent between these two clubs. And certainly that's showing up here late in this first quarter, with Crystal Lake South trying to go for win number 12 on the season and trying to get win number 9 in a row. They haven't lost since 11-24 versus Huntley in conference play. And they have beaten every team they played. That's because they beat Huntley again earlier or later on in a 49-25 drubbing over the Raiders. But here in this one, with 2:23 left here in the first quarter, it's a 19-8 lead for Crystal Lake South. They're in the home whites today. Larkin in the dark road black uniforms. A 3-ball no good. And now here comes Crystal Lake South on the break. Demeroff. Kicks into the corner. 3-ball is good. Just unfazed there. Michael Prokos, the senior, puts it down. And we are at 22-8 now with a minute 55 left here in quarter number 1. Kick to the corner, 3-ball, no. Good battle inside for the rebound, and the layup is no good. And it's a rebound for Larkin. Case Beer goes up, he's fouled. He'll shoot a pair here in a moment. Minute 38 left here in the first, 22-8 our score. And a lot of offensive outbursts here for Crystal Lake South. Larkin trying to answer here. Case Beer with already a layup today, going for points 3 and 4 at the free throw line.
Yeah, Larkin's got to make those easy looks at the basket. When you get those offensive rebounds, you got to make the other team pay. You got to take those easy looks at the basket. They get free throws here, but Larkin, if they want to come back, they got to make those easy layups.
Case Beer short of the line in the first one. Second one is also short. The battle for the rebound goes back to Crystal Lake South. Kick to the corner. Demeroff, top of the key, swings it outside. Another 3-ball attempt. It's good. And you can't underestimate, I mean, a lot of the success here for Crystal Lake South is obviously for the shooting, but you can't dismiss the point guard play of Demeroff. Slashing into the lane, driving it, and you know, it sometimes is a good thing to see with the really good point guard play. Looking even at the pro level with the Bulls, they're getting a lot of play from Kobe White here recently. Pass inside, layup is no good, but a foul called. 25-8 our score, and we'll have a few free throws here upcoming.
Yeah, I think one of the strengths for Crystal Lake South is that a lot of players on their team are making these good assists and making these plays in transition. It's not just one player. We've seen a ton of guys on Crystal Lake South get in to the lane and kick out in the corner. I mean, when I'm seeing the play progress, it's kind of easy to see where they're going, the drive and kick in the corner. We got to see if Larkin will adjust to that. I mean, it's a pretty simple offensive play style that Crystal Lake South is sticking to right now.
First of 2 free throws rolls in for Regillo, a senior. A lot of upperclassmen on this roster, too. Only 1 freshman and 1 sophomore. Everyone else is a junior or a senior, and that's probably a good reason why they're heading up that way. Matt LePage always doing a great job with his team. The great Darren Carter still coaching for Larkin, who's taken his team to the state quarterfinals before. Super sectionals, as they call it here in the state of Illinois. That was a fun team many years ago. There's a jump shot, and that one is good for Joshua Hibbett. He's already got 6 in the day. Larkin now in double digits, and man, a missed dunk attempt, but it still goes down. Everything going the way of Crystal Lake South here early on.
Yeah, when you get those nice bounces, that's when you know the game is just on your side.
Hibbett with the basketball, who's been Larkin's leading scorer. Oh, and what a read on that pass. Here comes Carlson, and he won't miss that time. That's a slam dunk, and it's now 28-11 here, Gator lead. And a steal, and here they come again. Demeroff with an easy layup. 30-10 is our score.
I mean, Crystal Lake South almost has as many dunks as Larkin has field goals in this first quarter.
That is a way to look at that for sure. There's a kick into the corner, deflected and stolen away, and now here comes Trevelini with it. Swings it back.
Good job slowing it down. Don't want to rush it, especially when you're up by this much. Just get a good shot to end the first quarter.
Yep, and yet the state's been flirting with the shot clock, but right now they are still going with no, so they can really take this to the last shot, and that's what they're going to do. Demeroff with 6. Drives into the lane. Wade kicks to another left side. 3-ball. Carlson, no. Rebound tip is good. The inside rebound positioning there for Regillo gets that one to go. And we have played 1 quarter of play. It is 32-10. Crystal Lake South. They're just dominating here early on in this contest. So the score is 34-10. I don't know. some confusion with the scoreboard inside. Great job by our Beacon Academy crew keeping it alive. We'll take a quick break, and let's go ahead and take a look at that most recent dunk. Just a lot of good offense here. Crystal Lake South capitalized by that dunk. If first you don't succeed, try again, and that's what Carlson did. And it's now a 34-10 contest here after 1 quarter of play. We'll take a very short break. We'll be back in a moment. You are watching Beacon Academy's coverage of the Hinkle Holiday Classic. Thanks again to our sponsor, Rosen Hyundai of Algonquin and Genesis of Algonquin. Looking for a brand new pre-owned Hyundai or certified pre-owned? Save time, shop online at rosenhyundai.com and genesisofalgonquin.com. Nick Martinez, Austin Anderson here, and along with the rest of the Beacon Academy crew doing a great job. Boz and Erickson are here, so you know it's a big day of basketball between Larkin and Crystal Lake South. Just the first of what will be 8 games, I believe, on the day. Just a lot of basketball. That's going to be here all day. We'll have a variety of announcers here with games for you, including the legendary Jeff Myers and Jim Hinkle, the coach himself. 3-ball left side, no good. And the rebound goes back to Crystal Lake South. Trevelini, speaking of the freshman, he is the lone varsity freshman. He's getting some playing time now in a game that is a little bit looser in contest right now. Pass inside. They still have Big Man Road in there. Spins, jump shot. Oh, that's good. He is, I haven't looked at the college scouting stuff, but he's got to be getting some looks. He's been really good at the passing, the shooting, as well as just good rotation inside. Yeah,
it makes it easy when you have a do-it-all player that can do it on the defensive end and even offensively, creating not just for himself, but other players.
A deep 3, no good. Road battles for the rebound, can't get it. Larkin coming back the other way. Peyton Wemkin, a senior, a drive and a missed layup. Rebound goes back to Trevelini, and a great outlet pass, but a better defensive play there by Larkin. But Crystal Lake South still comes up with the basketball until it's finally taken and recovered there by Wemkin. And he's fouled, and Larkin will maintain possession.
Yeah, you see subs for both teams, and you mentioned that the freshman coming into the game for Crystal Lake South. That's a really good way to kind of get your feet in the water, is still playing with the starters and inserting a freshman in this big of a deficit is a good test for a freshman player. 36-10
is our score. Fouls reset at the quarter, a newer rule in high school, and that one's kicked out of bounds, and it will go to stay with Larkin. You start to see some of the other teams coming in. Outgrove and Barrington coming in for the next game. I'll have that one with you. 6:36 left here in quarter number 2, and the inbounds pass is turned over, and Crystal Lake South will get the ball once again. A lot of good basketball here today in this tournament. You look at the first round games. You have Barrington and Elk Grove. You have Jacobs and Johnsburg at the noon slot. We'll go through the rest of those games momentarily, but a pickpocket and a steal there. Driving into the lane, great move, and we have a foul on the floor. And with 6:24 left here in the second quarter, it's 36-10. So in other games going on today, Lake Zurich and Prairie Ridge at the 1:30 slot. Hoffman Estates and Cary Grove at 3, Grays Lake Central and Bartlett at 4:30. There's a 3-ball from the corner. And Jones makes that one to make it 36-13. Other games in the slots, we have Grant and South Elgin at 6, and then Waubonsie Valley, the top seeded team of the tournament, takes on Marion Central at 7:30. 3-ball from the top of the key, no good. Go ahead.
That'll be a really good game, like you said, with the Waubonsie Valley. That's definitely the best team in this tournament, and there's a lot of good teams this year. We'll see how they play each other.
Pretty pass and play converted there with Hess with the layup. Once again, Road with the assist. 38-13 our score. And then you look at day 2 of the tournament, which will be December 26th, Tuesday. Boxing Day, as they call it over in Canada and the UK. There's a free throw. And that one goes down. You can hear the microphones in the hoops working well. Again, the Beacon Academy crew always outdoing themselves with the quality of broadcast here for high school sports. Drive into the lane, and another layup is no good, and Hess will shoot a pair.
Yeah, you got to give credit to all the students, especially coming to these early games over the next couple of days and into next week. It's just a lot of hard work from the students at South Elgin, and just a great job every year. Adds an element to this tournament every year.
Absolutely. You never can get enough hoops in this kind of tournament format. We have the whole thing for you here. One thing I noticed with this tournament field, there's a substitution now, is they're going to bring in another reserve here for Crystal Lake South. I know in years past we have teams from Rockford, we have teams from Chicago, but this is a fairly local Fox Valley tournament, and I think there's some fun with that when you get to see teams that are so nearby and likely you'll see multiple times throughout the year.
Yeah, it's really good. You can kind of gauge how you're going to play against other teams, especially since we're kind of approaching the middle of the basketball season. It's good to kind of see how you play against your conference opponents and conference rivals.
Swing to the top, dribble drive into the lane, layup no good, but a pair of free throws upcoming for Larkin. And it's a 41-13 game here with 5:35 left here in the second quarter.
Yeah, Larkin should have been doing this way early in the first quarter, taking it to the rim and getting those close, easy looks. The only way you're going to beat this high level of a team is to get them in foul trouble and to get easy looks at the free throw line. If they would have done this when it was a closer game and even when they had the lead, this could have been a different game we're watching.
Second free throw upcoming here. And you wonder if it's a little bit different of an offense when you leave. There's a free throw, that one's good. It makes it 41-14. You wonder if, Hibbett now being on the bench, if it causes Larkin to kind of switch the offense. And speaking of that, here comes Hibbett. A lot of mid-range and he's very good at it. But the rest of the team is trying to attack the lane right now as we speak. And good defense too by Larkin. Dribble drive, pass into the lane. And the layup with the left hand is good. Road again, putting that one down. He's got 8. And it's a 43-14 contest here.
Not much you can do in that situation if you're Larkin.
No, I mean, you can play hard defense as you want, but if you're outside sometimes in the lane, that becomes difficult. And Larkin with the basketball as Lemkin forced the jump ball, and Larkin takes possession once again. And speaking of the high score for Larkin, he comes right back in, Joshua Hibbett. He's his game reminds me a little bit of DeMar DeRozan, getting that, mid-range 10 to 15 footer. If he can make a lot of those, there's a spot in basketball for you. I know the three-point game is such a highly touted aspect of basketball, especially in high school where it's so close. Hibbett with the deep 2, no good. Rebound, Wemkin inside, he is fouled.
Yeah, you talked about his game kind of like DeMar DeRozan, but he's also kind of reminded me of a famous Larkin alum, Damari Wheeler-Thomas, from a couple years ago. He loved to use the dribble drive to get to his spot on the elbows and on the wings. That's kind of how he's playing here today, and obviously Damari Wheeler-Thomas at North Dakota State, a very good offensive player for North Dakota State. Another great Larkin alum that kind of had the same similar play style.
Free throw is good for Wempkin. (43-16). Left-handed layup is good. Demirov gets that one to go. 45-16 our score. It's the Royals trying to do their best here to claw back into this thing. 4:17 left here in the second, and Demirov comes back the other way. It just, with the absence of him in the game, it seems like just the game's a little bit slower, and that's just a good point guard leadership to be able to keep the speed going. Battle for the rebound, it's Wempkin. He's kind of provided a spark for Larkin. Drives into the lane, he walks. Took about 3 or 4 steps there on that drive. And Crystal Lake South's going to do a line change here with 3 players coming in.
It's funny for South, you trade height for height. The 3 subs that go out tall themselves, and the 3 subs that come in just as tall and just as physical. It's got to be rough for the Larkin big men down low.
Yeah, and the nice thing is, at least for Crystal Lake South, where you have a couple of really big seniors leaving, you can keep that with your junior class and pretty much continue right where you leave off your next year. 3:45 left here in the second. Pass into the corner. The short corner now. Larkin has the basketball. It's a battle for it. Swung back to the top of the key where Williams is. 3:30 left in the half. And we have a little bit of a game on the floor, and that one's going to be a jump ball back to Crystal Lake South, and Casebeer re-enters the game now for Larkin.
Yeah, that was just a very sloppy and very jungled up possession for Larkin. They got too crammed down in the corner and led to the turnover.
And a walk from Crystal Lake South as Prokos moves that pivot foot ever slightly and gets the call. And Larkin will continue to move the basketball. They're down by 29, but you know, they haven't stopped the fight. Just a natural talent difference. It seems to be the story here right now as Casebeer throws it inside, deflected and stolen. Demirov, big reason why they've gotten a good lead. He's in the game. Cooper Buenla gets his own rebound, puts it back up and scores. It's a 47-16 game here with 3 minutes left here in the second. And now the Larkin team trying to go a little bit more with the outside game as Lever's back in. Top of the key, fumbled the basketball, and Casebeer will get it for Larkin. Hibbets trapped in the corner, but regains his dribble with the deflection. Lever with the basketball. Inside, Casebeer with the right hand. No, it was a good pass inside there by Hibbett, and now they come back the other way. And that one's deflected out of bounds. And it'll stay with Crystal Lake South.
There's 2 things Larkin has to do. They can't get themselves trapped in the corner. Pretty much every possession, it's the same play. It's top of the key to the corner, back to top of the key, and just it goes from there. But if they want to make somewhat of a fight in this game, they got to stop passing in the corner and they got to attack the middle.
3 ball from the right wing, no good. Crystal Lake South will regain possession. 2 minutes left in the half. And a 3 again from the top of the key, no good. Larkin comes back the other way. Lever with it. On the dribble now, it's Sowers with a floater. He gets it to go. Nicely done. The drive and the float. Larkin now down 47-18. Here comes Crystal Lake South. Pass inside the lane. On the dribble there is Regillo, and eventually the ball goes down. And it's Cooper Buenla, the junior. One of those taller juniors that we were just talking about a minute ago. Kick to the corner. Oh, yeah, that'll work. Couple of free throws upcoming now for Larkin. 49-18 our score. A minute 26 here left in quarter number 2. First free throw upcoming here. And it rattles home. 49-19 our score with a minute 26 now left here in the second. Second free throw upcoming, and that one's good. 49-20 our score with a minute 25 now left here in the first half. Bielma passes it off, driving the lane by Trevelini. Back to Bielma. Up top. Drive at Precoast, back outside. Trevelini for 3. Nope. And we have over the back foul on Bielma. Ball back to Larkin. And they will be shooting. And since we're in the bonus.
This is just really good coaching from LePage. Coach LePage for Crystal Lake South. The motion that this team is using and the passing coming from the middle to the wings is just working to perfection. And having all 5 players moving at once kind of moves around the defense and makes them shuffle and leads to those open looks in the corner because the defense can't get set and they can just get those easy looks. Just really good coaching.
Double bonus here. Again, there's no more 1-and-1 in the high school game. I think it's just left in college, and you think you don't know about how long that'll last or not, but minute 3 now left here in the second quarter. 49-20 our score. Drive, Trevelini gets the roll. Nicely done, the true freshman. 51-20 now the lead for Crystal Lake South. Larkin with the basketball. Swung around. Battle for in the corner is Landon Kilberts, the junior, is fouled, and he'll shoot now.
Yeah, you can hear Coach Carter. He's telling his team to move, and I agree with him. His players are just kind of standing in the same spot, and the way you're going to want to beat this Crystal Lake team is if you have movement and you're going to the ball, presenting yourself. You can't just stay in the same spot. That's what's making it easy for Crystal Lake to trap up top and to trap in the corners.
Couple free throws upcoming here. And the first one's good. 51-21 is our score. Second free throw upcoming for Kilberts. Short, rebound Crystal Lake South. 38 seconds and counting now left here in the first quarter. Lake South with the basketball, driving to the lane. Trevelini with a floating jumper, no good. Kilberts with the rebound. He'll come back the other way for Larkin. Open down low is Casebeer, right-handed layup's good.
That's a really good pass down low. You love to see the motion from Larkin, especially in transition, to pass it down low and to get those easy looks. Just a good way to end the first half for Larkin.
Bielma with 5, 4. 3 seconds left. Trevelini's gonna have to step back and throw up a jumper. That's gonna be short. And a 51-23 first half. Before we get to the highlights, Nick, what are your thoughts on what happened here in the first half?
Yeah, Crystal Lake South, just domination on both ends, offensively and defensively. I would say their defense had a bigger role in this game so far than their offense. They're getting the steals in transition, they're trapping, and it's bigger to shut out Larkin, allowing them only 23 points in the first half than scoring 51 of your own in the first half. Just a great job on the defensive end. That's really given them this big of a lead.
Let's go ahead and take a look at a few highlights from the first half put together by our Beacon Academy crew. 51-23 is our score, as you see here on the halftime graphic. Go ahead and run them whenever. And you can see now on some of the highlights, the 3-ball from the corner that got Larkin's offense going. A good shot by Andre Jones there. And how about some dunks? Crystal Lake South getting that one to go there with Carlson. And then, of course, Larkin's Joshua Hibbett, who's been one of the leading scorers. And then how about the previous missed dunk attempt that went down for Regillo. And then a kick into the corner and a 3-ball there by Michael Krokos. Crystal Lake South's offense has just been moving very consistently here so far. Yeah, especially in the corners. They love the drives and love the takes, and they've been good all day driving to the lane. That's kind of opened up their offense and given them those easy looks for 51 points in the first half. So we'll go ahead and take a timeout. The score 51-23, Crystal Lake South. We'll be back here in a few minutes at the start of the second half. You're watching Beacon Academy's coverage of the Hinkle Holiday Classic. Start of the second half here, Larkin and Crystal Lake South. Austin Anderson here with you. The Gators and the Royals. It's been all Crystal Lake South. Larkin had a early start with a couple of quick baskets from Joshua Hibbett, but really since then it's been all Crystal Lake South as they lead by 28 here starting the third quarter.
Yeah, it's just been a really good game for the Gators. This is definitely going to leave a mark for them going into this tournament, especially as you mentioned, since there's a new format, there's new stakes on the line for these high-level teams, especially getting a win early here against Larkin. This would be a very good start to the tournament for the Gators.
Larkin coming back with their starters. In fact, both teams do to start this second half. And a quick turnover. Ball goes back to Crystal Lake South. 51-23, 7:46 now left here in the third. It's Demeroff with the basketball. Crystal Lake South trying to add some more on, and sure enough, the sneaky point guard puts it in. It's back to 30 here with 7:30 now left here in the third.
Yeah, Larkin should use this time to just kind of regroup and kind of get some new offensive and defensive schemes going for the rest of the tournament. Just kind of not make this as big of a loss as it looks like it's going to be.
Ball's going to stay with Larkin here, 53-23 with 7:21 now left here in the third. Ball set to be inbounded. Kick to the corner. Ball deflected. And Larkin will reset. Ball deflected and turned over, and then it's a fumbling game right now. Both teams with 2 turnovers in a matter of seconds. And it's Crystal Lake South with the basketball once again. A deep three from Demeroff short. And a hustling rebound for Larkin. A good job there by Sowers. And you've been right, Nick, about Sowers. He's been everywhere for Larkin. Larkin with the basketball. Stop and pop up coming, and short there for Hibbett. And now here comes Crystal Lake South back the other way. Dribble drive into lane, swung back out to the corner. Crystal Lake South will reset, drive. Demeroff throws in the corner. Great ball movement here, and a good attempt. Good basketball all around. The good passing all the way through. The road layup attempt and a good foul there by Larkin. Not much bad basketball there being played by both teams there.
Yeah, that's all you can do is foul him on the take. But what Larkin's got to do is they got to add pressure. I know they're in the zone defense, but you got to move your feet and you got to get to the opposing players before they set their feet. I mean, we've seen this with Demeroff. When he gets just a second of separation and gets himself set, he can explode to the basket, or a really good shooter, he could take some threes and grow the lead for this Crystal Lake team.
First free throw's good. 55-23, 56-23 our score. Free throw no good. Rebound to Crystal Lake South. Swung around and a 3 ball from the left wing. No. And it's Larkin back with the basketball again. Jones with it.
Yeah, good job for K-Spears sticking with it, fighting for the offensive rebound.
Swung in left corner. And a 3 ball is good. Joshua Hibbett from downtown. It is now a 54-26 game. Pass in the lane and a good right-handed layup. Good pass there, Demeroff, and a sweeping layup there by Santorelli. 56-26 our score. Here comes Crystal Lake South once again off a turnover. And a good finish there by James Carlson. 5:30 now left here in the third. It's a 58-26 game.
Yeah, after a sloppy start to the second half for Crystal Lake, they're starting to regather and already 2 layups off turnovers.
Crystal Lake South with the basketball. Driving it dunk. Christian Road. 60-26 our score.
Yeah, he just makes it look so easy. It makes you think like, oh, I can dunk very easily if he could do it that easy.
Here comes Crystal Lake South with it. Pass inside the lane. Ball is loose. And it's taken away there by Larkin. With it is Jones. Ball being swung around here. But defensive clapping for Crystal Lake South off the bench, trying to get their team to be motivated. And a good move and a layup, and Larkin getting some offense here in the second half so far, 60-28. Demiroff with it. In the lane, spins, floater, short. And we have a travel as a good call there as Hess grabbed it and took a few steps before dribbling. 60-28 our score. Larkin takes the basketball once again, and both teams with a plethora of substitutions here.
Yeah, don't want to make your star players kind of get worn out and tired this early in the tournament. It's a lot of basketball. We do have a little bit of break with Christmas and Christmas Eve, but got to keep everyone fresh.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking around at this decorated gym with a lot of state champions and state tournament people. There's a deep three ball. Oh, the bank. How about Leandre Williams getting the friendly bank, and it's now 60-31. Triple drive in the lane, and then a nice acrobatic move for Santorelli. As I was saying, you see someone part of our broadcast team, the legendary Jim Hinkle, 2010 IBCA Hall of Fame member. He's got a big banner up here, along with a golf coach who is I can't make the name out on the out of the cursive, but he was elected into the Illinois Golf Coaches Hall of Fame in 1995. Here's a dribble drive into the lane, kick back outside. Crystal Lake South with the basketball, now it's turned over. Ball will belong to Larkin.
Yeah, you mentioned those banners up there. Jacob's always good across all sports, especially their golf team and their basketball teams as well, especially with this big of a history coming here and seeing all of these wonderful banners and wonderful people involved here with Jacobs. It's just a great place to come play this tournament every year.
Absolutely. I mean, you can even see on the opposite side, you have pretty much every sport has some sort of conference or regional or sectional championship to their name. It's just well kept across the banners, and of course the Fox Valley Conference teams also listed up on that side. Larkin with the rebound here, trailing by 31, exactly doubled up here, 62-31 with 2:58 left here in quarter number 3. Oh, that was a backdoor pass. I don't think anyone, including the recipient Sowers, was expecting, but he's gonna get to the line.
Yeah, it ended up working out for Larkin. Like you said, no one knew that pass was coming except the guy who passed it.
Now in that situation, I think, I mean, now you don't want to play the blame game too much, but I think it's a heads-up pass, and I think Sowers should have been expecting a little bit more there, but, at the end of the day, it works out. He's going to get 2 shots, misses the first. And coming back into the game is the true freshman for Crystal Lake South, Trevelini. So now having both point guards, Demiroff and Trevelini, in the game, that'll be fun to see them kind of how they're going to share the basketball here. Larkin with a substitution now. Leandre Williams checks back in. Yeah,
Trevelini does not play like he's a freshman. He plays with the confidence and plays with the poise of one of the seniors or one of the juniors on this team. That's what you love to see, especially from a freshman, this high level of basketball play.
2:43 now left here in the third. 62-20 or 32 our score. Demiroff with it. 2:30 left here in the third. Deep 3 by Demiroff is good. He's doing it all now. Now he gets the outside game going. It's now 65-32. Larkin with the basketball. It's Williams who has a bank in 3 so far. Demiroff playing good defense on him, but he still maintains the basketball. Battle for it now. Burke in the game. And the layup is no good. Burke battles for the rebound, and now it's going to be Carlson back the other way. On the dribble, pass inside. And no foul with the contact inside, and it's another 3 for Demiroff. He is just on a roll today, and Crystal Lake South continues to build on their impressive lead.
Yeah, you know what's coming, and you know who is going to lead the offense, and you still can't stop him. Demiroff, just another great look.
Crystal Lake South, the big lead here. And Demirov just poetic with the basketball in the lane. 65-35 now.
And he's so fast going downhill, especially on those takes. Just a great finisher at the rim, and it's even harder for Larkin when he starts hitting those long three-pointers.
A drive, a floater, and that one's good. Larkin gets some more hoops down there. And the Royals doing their best now to keep the offense going, and Demirov just misses his third straight three in a row. 70-36 our score, and again, kudos to the Beacon Academy crew. They're keeping really good score compared to what we're getting in here. 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. 3-ball deep is no good, and the battle for the rebound. Here comes Crystal Lake South with it. 70-36 with 30 seconds now left here in the third. Trevolini, Carlson, back up top, Prokos, air ball. Larkin basketball here with 16 seconds now left here in the third. A couple subs now coming into the game.
Yeah, the Gators are a very patient team. I like how their offense kind of waits for shots to open up. They don't rush it. It's kind of the opposite for Larkin. They just get as many shots up as they can, but the Gators, just a very good offensive scheme for this game.
6 seconds left in the third and counting. Larkin's going to get something up here. A 3-ball from the left wing is off the glass, no good. And that ends the third quarter of play. So I am going to go ahead, since I missed earlier, I want to quickly thank our game sponsor, the Bear Family McDonald's, proud supporters of our community since 1967. Stop by one of their 35 area McDonald's restaurants today. Our friends at Rosen Hyundai of Algonquin, Genesis of Algonquin, looking for a brand new Hyundai, pre-owned certified. It's owned express online, made by, made simple. Visit rosenhyundai.com or genesisofalgonquin.com. Austin Anderson, Nick Martinez here. 8 minutes exactly left here in this game, of course, with a new start of the fourth quarter. That was a much more well-balanced third quarter. I felt like Larkin, once they decided to attack the lane more, it felt like it was a more successful quarter for them.
Yeah, it was very successful for Larkin. Got to make as much of a fight as you can. I think the biggest difference in that third quarter is you saw Crystal Lake South switch to man defense instead of their usual zone. I think that's what helps Larkin, is going to the basket, taking those easy looks at the rim. Not all of them are falling here today, but if you can get those easy looks and create open shots, it's going to help your team, and it's going to help your team going on into the season, and especially in this tournament, if you can get those easy looks. And I think Larkin, they're just more of a dribble-heavy, kind of guard-heavy team, and if they can keep this level of play up against man defense, it'll help them out a lot.
Here we go, fourth quarter. Larkin trailing here. Crystal Lake South trying to get some offense going. Dribble drive, shot is good. Put in there by Carson Trevolini. 72-36 is our score. Kicked back out to the corner, and that one goes out of bounds. I believe now with the lead that is, I think we're having running clock basketball here in the fourth quarter. 7:20 and counting now here in quarter number 4. Pass inside, Crystal Lake South, it's Hess. Dribbles in, circles, and spins. Trevolini on the dribble. Jumper, good. Again, there's not going to be much of a drop-off. Demirov is a junior, so he still has time, but, 2 years down the line, Carson Trevolini is going to run this offense very well.
Yeah, especially when your freshman is playing as good as your juniors and seniors. That's going to be a great look going forward, especially since he's a guard. You need that presence on the court to kind of orchestrate the offense and call out plays, especially in these high-level basketball varsity games.
Dribbles into the lane. Drive, waits, spins, throws it back out top of the key. Ball spun around. Larkin takes possession.
Sauer's only starter out there for Larkin.
Yeah, they're going full on experience and youth here. That one is a layup and good. Prokos gets that one to go. 6 minutes now and counting left in this one. It's a 30-point ball game, or 40-point ball game, excuse me. Drive into the lane, and we have a player control foul, offensive foul, and good job defensively there by Blona. Staying in the lane and getting the offensive foul.
I think what makes this performance even more impressive is Crystal Lake South doesn't have a lot of guys on their bench. It's not a very deep team, but every player is high-level caliber, and that's what makes it so impressive, is that you can plug in guys that are really good, and especially coming off your bench, that says a lot about your talent of a team.
A lot of movement here with, as you were mentioning, Nick, the second string players, and Blona gets that layup to go. We're approaching the 5-minute mark now. It's a 42-point game. Dribble into the lane. Larkin will reset here.
Larkin really not taking a lot of shots. They're taking a lot of time to get looks, but the defense is just pounding them.
And there's a turnover, and now here comes Crystal Lake South back the other way. Travellini with it. 4:30 left and counting. Pass off, and now it's Travellini. Strosser, or Stroner. Inside, Travellini, floater, good. 4:15 now and counting left here in the fourth, and it's an 80-36 game in favor of the Gators.
Yeah, that's just a good take there from Travellini. He's already using his body this early in his young basketball career. He knows how to take it to the basket, and that's going to help him out a lot going on in the future.
We got a hand check foul against Crystal Lake South's Wyatt Olick. 3:47 now left here in the fourth, and an 80-36 game.
Yeah, Crystal Lake is definitely going to be a team to watch in this tournament. Interested to see if they end up matching against Waubonsie. That would be a really good matchup to watch between these two teams.
That would, yeah, that would be a highlight reel game for sure between those two solid programs.
And especially since they have similar play styles too, they love to shoot and love to get easy looks. It'd be a defensive battle, and right now I'd give it to Crystal Lake because their defense is shut down right now.
Even this late in the game, even with the score being what it is, there's a lot of heart. Larkin moving the ball well too on this possession, swung to the left side. Williams waits, spins, drive into the lane, and we have a traveling call. And the ball's gonna belong back to Crystal Lake South with 2:40 and counting now left here in the fourth.
Yeah, sophomore year, I played in this tournament here, the sophomore tournament for Jacobs, and it's just a really good tournament to kind of grow as a team and to get these nice wins, especially about teams that you're going to see later in the season and kind of battle for conference standings. It's just a really good way to grow your team, and for Crystal Lake South, especially since they're 11-1, they're undefeated in the Fox Valley Conference, to get these added energy games, especially against lower level teams in the Larkin Royals, it kind of boosts your confidence for sure, especially this early.
A long three is no good. Rebound goes to Crystal Lake South. I see that Barrington is ready to go here. They're playing out Grove after this. There's a three ball from the corner from Bielma, and he gets that one to go. It's now 80-36. 83-36, I should say. Elk Grove will be ready here momentarily too. Be sure to stay tuned after the game. Nick Martinez is going to interview our player of the game, which we believe is going to be Anthony Demiroff. Out of bounds. Got a confirmation from our great production crew that it will be Demiroff, so that'll be a good conversation to be had. 1:20 now left in this fourth quarter.
I wonder if he knew there was a post-game interview and he was just playing well and playing that hard to get that interview.
Yeah, you know, that's, you always want screen time as much as possible, or air time. There's a drive into the lane, right-handed layup, no. Battle for the rebound, stays with Bjulna, right hand, yes, and foul.
I mean, if we didn't have a running clock, I'm pretty sure Crystal Lake could have scored over 100 in this game against Larkin.
They are putting on a clinic for sure. And pretty much with the running clock, this free throw progression is probably going to pretty much end the game here. We're 40 seconds and counting. Well, the big free throw's good. So 35 seconds left here in this one. Leandre Williams, 3-ball from the top of the key is good. Landon Kilbert's from downtown. 86-39 our score. 18 and counting, and Crystal Lake South's going to be contentious to dribble this one out.
This is a great win for the Gators, especially for the first game of the tournament, to make a statement in front of these other teams watching. You know, when you're an opposing team and you look at this big of a margin, it kind of puts just a little bit of fear in you when you see this high-level team get a big win.
Yeah, again, your final score, 86-39, Crystal Lake South with a big win. And in moments, we'll be sending it down to the court side to get an interview here with Anthony Demirov. Nick Martinez will be doing that interview. We're about 20 minutes away from the start of our next game. Any final thoughts before we kick it to the interview?
Yeah, this is just a great win for this Crystal Lake team. They played perfect, near perfect basketball on both sides of the ball. Their defense led to their push and transition, and I think it allowed them to get their offense set once they were running down the court. And the passing and playmaking on this team is just deadly, especially against these low-level teams, especially against non-conference opponents. When teams haven't adjusted to your level of play, it's easy for them to get easy looks, and it's easy for them to get big wins, especially in this tournament.
So we'll go ahead and let Nick get ready for his interview here with our player of the game. From the booth, we'll take a quick break, and then we'll send to that interview momentarily. Once again, Crystal Lake South wins this one big, 86-39 over Larkin. You're watching Beacon Academy's coverage of the Hinkle Holiday Classic.
Good job, awesome. Awesome. Nick Martinez back with the Beacon Academy. Anthony, big win today. You got your team watching. How big of a win was this for this tournament?
I think it was a pretty big win. You know, we got the tournament started off nice, and obviously we think we could take it all the way. So, I mean, it was big for us to win the first game, and obviously by that much. So, a lot of our starters could get rest at like the end of the game, which is big.
How big of a win is this? You know, you got Christmas coming up. How big is this going into the tournament mentally for you, especially? I mean, you were hitting so many threes at the end of the game.
I think it's big. You know, obviously like the threes at the end, like you said, that gives me confidence for the rest of the tournament. Now, we get like a break with Christmas and everything, and coming back after like a 50-point win is going to be nice for us. So yeah, we're going to be real confident.
Yeah, very good win for Crystal Lake South. A big game from Anthony, and we'll send it back to the truck back. Good performance, man.
Thank you.
This sports broadcast made possible with support from the following. The Bear Family McDonald's, proud supporters of our community since 1967. Stop by one of their over 35 area McDonald's restaurants today. Rosen Hyundai of Algonquin and Genesis of Algonquin. Looking for a brand new Hyundai or certified pre-owned? It's Rosen Express online buying made simple. Visit rosenhyundai.com or genesisofelgonquin.com. Custom Heating and Cooling of Chicagoland. For all your heating or cooling needs, count on Custom Heating and Cooling. Featuring sales, installation, and 24-hour emergency service. Find them online at customheating.com. Custom Heating and Cooling, powered by Bryant, whatever it takes. For the best pizza in town, Wise Guys Pizzeria in South Elgin. Check out our new and improved online ordering at I'mAWiseGuy.com. Tom the Plumber is a family-owned and operated company committed to providing plumbing service and installations of the highest quality and craftsmanship. Tom the Plumber, honest and affordable. Visit Tom online at TomThePlumberInc.com. And Daryl Barnes Photography for portraits, family and graduation photos, sports team photos, and more. Contact Daryl Barnes Photography at darylbarnes.com.